Obviously, the narrative is a big deal these days, the intended path, but for the classic 3D era of GTA, that was not the case. Vice City, San Andreas, and of course GTA 3 contain a surprisingly high number of things you didn't know you could do. In this video, we're going to take a look at the game that made GTA what it is, and list 10 unique, hacks to complete the various missions. That being missions with a cutscene and not side missions, and by unique methods I mean things you likely didn't know about. It's not going to be which weapon to use, you can do that on your own, and if the definitive edition is in any way different, I will point that out. I know the diehard fans may know all of these, but hopefully you'll learn something new. So let's dive into the stuff you didn't know could be done. To kick things off, we have the mission Van Heist. It's relatively simple, just gotta ram into a security van and not use weapons, but the fact that you always get 2 stars is a bit annoying. Fact is, it's not automatic, it just always happens, so if you skip the ramming step, it can be avoided. The alternative is to place a vehicle directly in front of it, not too close, not too far away, and if you blow up that vehicle at the right distance, it will do enough damage. The downside is it has to be the exact right distance. If it's too close, the van will be destroyed. Too far away, not enough damage. And given you'll likely still get at least 1 star, if the cop happens to be there, you may be screwed. Obviously, it's not really a difficult mission. This is more about speedrunning, and the method is not the most unknown thing out there. I really hate this mission just because of how it usually goes badly. The driver is way too erratic, as are the cops in GTA 3 in general, and as you collect the packages, the one level goes up. Things tend to get real chaotic, but there is a way to, well, break the system. If you collect the first package and then lose the star via police bribe, the wanted level, some reason, doesn't go back up. It's like you literally tricked the game, and while it is going to be a minor detour, not having the cops on you easily makes up for that. Obviously, if you kill somebody, it is going to be an issue, it will go back up then. But from this point on, it's just going to be his erratic driving to contend with, and that's a lot easier. Killing Salvatore Leone has a lot of different methods, ways of doing it, and figuring out the best one can be a bit tricky. But when you know the method, it's not hard to pull off. Given they warn you about being too close, you may think driving inside Luigi's club would be consequential, but no, you can do just that. The idea is to take out the Mafia immediately when they exit the building. This can be done drive-by style, and then simply head to the front and take out Salvatore. It's easily the best way of doing this, basically foolproof, and on a side note, the Mafia will become hostile after this, and they have shotguns, so it may be a good idea to get a Mafia Sentinel before this, if you want to complete the King Courtly mission strand. All in all, killing a character of such magnitude is a bit anticlimactic. Apparently, Decoy is a mission some people can't even beat. I never thought of it that way, but maybe it's because I've always used this method. That being, go to the airport, do that, and the cops aren't an issue. And to make it even easier, you can go to the spot directly on the screen. Not only will the cops never touch you, but even the helicopters will be completely blocked. Not that they've ever been an issue, but simply going to the airport has always been enough for me. I've never failed this mission, it's not like it's hard to get there, but I guess it's been an issue. A tailing mission that's actually good because it's not that long and the target appears on the map. You actually have to stay close to him. I don't hate this mission. I do in the definitive edition because they nerfed it, because why not? But the method I'm going to show you here is actually completely intended. The idea is to tail him when he gets in the taxi, but if you arrive in a non-damaged taxi and park next to it, he will get inside and you can drive him to his destination. That's obviously a lot faster, and the reason I say it's intended is because the text appears telling you to drive him there. There's something similar to this in Vice City, but in that game I don't think it's intended. I think it's a glitch. With GTA 3 they actually hid this method in the game, and it's pretty satisfying to pull off. Hitting the like button is also satisfying, it's right down there, and free to do so, as is subscribing if you enjoy the video. Remember, the main channel has content like this with movies and TV series. There's a link in the description. The next thing is not going to be devoted to one single mission, more so making something else easier by utilizing the missions. Collecting rare vehicles is one of the most tedious things in the game, and 4 of them are especially hard to get. 2 of the emergency vehicles for the crane being the Rhino tank and the FBI car. And of all the vehicles that don't have spawn locations, the ice cream van and the security van may completely elude you. Obviously the tank can be obtained for free after completing the game, but let's be honest, it's a fucking tank. I mean, why wouldn't you want one? In the mission Arms Shortage, where it eventually spawns unlocked, the method we're going to use involves a glitch when Claude spawns into the vehicle, given he can't reach the door. Basically, if you push the tank away from Phil to get more room, and park 2 vehicles alongside both doors, you can basically bypass the fact that it's locked. I would assume this works on any locked vehicle, who knows, but the fact is, you have a tank. You can't get 6 stars until unlocking Shoreside Vale. You're not meant to have a tank at this point in the game. And the next vehicle down the line, the FBI car, is also easy to get. Who wants to normally get 5 stars? The mission Drop in the Ocean already gives you that. And if you don't idiotically drive to Donald Love instead of using the pay-and spray, the odds are there'll be one outside. I recommend redoing the mission if you don't get one. It's definitely worth it, and it's not that hard to do. Also, the FBI car is solid black, the one the crane gives you won't be, so keep that in mind. And to get the other 2 rare vehicles, it's not that hard either. Mr. Whoopi appears in the mission I Scream, You Scream, so just don't blow it up, shoot them instead, and it's yours. And while you do see the security van way more often than the ice cream truck, it's usually in a mission when you can't take it. However, the exception is a mission we've already discussed, being Decoy, so obviously take it after. And you're done. Yeah, there are other vehicles that don't have spawn locations, the limo, flatbed, trashmaster, so on and so forth. But the fact is, I've completed the game to full completion a number of times, for some reason, and I've never had an issue finding them. The security van and Mr. Whoopi legitimately don't spawn. I mean, they can, but the possibility of not seeing one is very likely. Unless you're somebody who thinks driving around doing nothing is fun, you may appreciate the definitive edition for actually fixing this. They don't add spawn locations, but they do drive around almost like normal vehicles, so if you're playing on that version, then disregard about half of this. The best mission in the game, in my opinion, probably nobody else's, and even though you're supposed to be sparking a gang war, well, fuck that. The mission is to kill Kenji of the Yakuzas using a cartel cruiser. The aftermath of that would be self-explanatory. If they see you, you will fail. That part makes sense. But if you get the rocket launcher and blow him up through the floor, some reason that still works. You do have to get back in the vehicle to know that you hit him because the game thinks you're going to be in one, I guess. But obviously doing this would cause no such gang war. Oddly enough, in Vice City, they deliberately replicate this mission, but in that version, you actually have to be seen. However, being seen will not automatically aggro them, so you can still cheat this relatively easily. And if you still want to get game completion, make sure you complete Kenji's missions before doing this, for obvious reasons. A method that, in my opinion, is only really worth doing on the definitive version. This mission sucks, it's completely down to luck half the time. If a vehicle spawns over the donkey pornography, that could be it. So the method of taking the shortcut depicted on the screen is hit or miss. If you're not fast enough, you won't make it, so I don't usually do this. But if you're playing on the definitive edition, then, well, you just skip the whole thing. Because they nerfed it, they gave you about double the time, so you can literally just turn around and skip almost all of it. Now, because the mission sucks, I'm glad they changed it. I'm not gonna automatically say all change bad. And being able to completely skip this terrible mission is a good thing in my book. Kingdom Come is actually pretty cool. It may seem cheap, but finding the right way to beat it is honestly a good challenge. But the point is to not do that, and have I got a method for you. Simply leave. You may lose some health, and if you go around the front, climb up the steps, get to the vantage point, you can easily dispose of them using any weapons you choose. Sniper, grenades, it's relatively easy. Yeah, you really shouldn't cheat one of the game's most strategic missions, especially because the strand is optional, but let's face it, some people Don't want to do this. Also, this will again get the Yardies to hate you, and while not as dangerous as the Mafia, they do spawn right outside the ammunition, so maybe do this last. And finally, a mission some people love, but due to GTA 3's bad shooting mechanics, I don't. I don't consider fighting a bunch of cartel with weapons that melt your health bar to be fun, especially after doing other stuff first, meaning failing is tedious. So I give you the easiest and most efficient cheat in the game. Get a vehicle, any vehicle, jump the gate, and that's it. Even though the cartel walk by during the cutscene, they're oblivious to what just happened. Guards that will instantly kill you do jack shit here, so I say to Rockstar, fuck you, I'm not contending with your bad mechanics. Later games would improve this, but GTA 3, no. This mission represents piss-poor, unfair design, so cheating is the only way. Aside from collecting footage, I haven't done this normally for over a decade, and now that it's done, I don't think I ever will again. And there it is, 10 things you maybe didn't know you could do in GTA 3. I'm sure I've said some things the common YouTube crybaby may not like, and that's why we have the comment section. Tell me about how you knew all the methods, the fact that GTA 3 is completely perfect, how it does not have any bad qualities, especially not bad controls, and if I made some kind of mistake, then all hell can break loose. You can also share the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoyed, because in the end, learning all these methods wasn't the simplest task. But I am the game analyst, and don't forget, the FBI car has the unique ability to be resprayed. But if you do respray it, it will lose the shiny black color and have a slightly more gray color. Why the fuck do I know this?